Welcome to this lecture on chaining transformations in Pandas. In this session, we'll explore how to use Pandas methods together in a single workflow to process data efficiently. By the end of this lecture, you will understand why chaining is important and how to apply it in your data transformation tasks. First, let's talk about why chaining transformations. It is primarily for efficiency, readability, and scalability. When it comes to efficiency, we can perform multiple operations in one seamless workflow. We'll see the examples very soon. You'll understand what I'm talking about here. Then comes readability. We can avoid temporary variables and make code more concise. Then scalability. By chaining transformations, we'll be able to simplify complex workflows for easier debugging and reuse. Let's consider our auto sales insights as example. Here we'll be using Toyota sales data and sales reps data. We'll filter only completed sales, then we'll add a new column for commission and then we'll view the final output in one workflow. Already we have seen the examples in the past. I'll just reiterate from the perspective of chaining transformations. Now let me run these cells to load the datasets and also to preview the data. Both the data frames are created successfully. Now we should be able to perform basic transformations without chaining. Here we can say completed sales equal to sales data or Toyota sales data, then Toyota sales data status equal to completed. It is actually sales status equal to completed. Let's run this. Now using sale amount and commission percentage, let's compute commission earned. For that purpose, we can say completed sales of commission earned equal to completed sales of sale amount multiplied by completed sales of commission percentage. Now let's run this. It is throwing a warning. It is saying a value is trying to be set on a copy of a slice from a data frame. Try using .loc row indexer call indexer equal to value instead. That is fine. We can ignore this warning. You can see we end up writing 2 lines of code. First, we are attempting to filter for completed sales, and then we are trying to add additional column called as commission earned. If you are able to chain these two, the code will look a lot simpler. Let's get into the details. You'll understand what I'm talking about here. Instead of having 2 lines of code separately, I can actually say completed sales equal to Toyota sales data. First, we need to filter. For that purpose, we can say Toyota sales data of sale status double equal to completed. This is to filter for completed sales. In this case, let me say sales with commission. Then I would like to improvise on top of it. I'm actually breaking line here by saying space and then backward slash, and then we should be able to say assign, then commission and equal to, we can actually come up with lambda function to compute the commission earned. In this case, we can say lambda x. X is nothing but each record in each iteration. We should be able to say x of sale amount multiplied by x of commission percentage. Now we should be able to run this. You see it have ran successfully. You should be able to see the outcome. There is an additional column called as commission earned with all the values. In case if you wanted to round this to 2 decimals, you can apply the round function here. You can say round of x of sale amount multiplied by x of commission percentage comma 2, and you can see the outcome. The outcome is as per the expectations. In case if you wanted to replace this NaN with zeros, you can even do that. This can be improvised a little bit to ensure the commission percentages are converted to 0 if they are NaN. Now the code is a little bit more simple and readable. Sn is a new function which is introduced here. In this case, we are adding a new attribute commission earned on top of whatever we have in Toyota sales data. The logic for commission earned is specified as value for this keyword argument. It is nothing but round of x of sale amount multiplied by x of commission percentage with 2 decimals. That being said, This is how you should be able to perform simple chain operations. In the chained operation, we have said sales data or Toyota sales data of sales status double equal to completed. This is where we have applied the filtering logic. Then we have used assign. It adds a new column commission earned by applying a lambda function. The chained approach avoids the need for intermediate variables like completed sales, making the workflow more concise. This is a very simple example. You might not be able to see the value of chained operations. Eventually, you will see the value of them when we actually perform a lot more complex series of transformations. Now let's talk about practical best practices. First of all, we need to ensure the code is readable. We have to break long chains into multiple lines for clarity. You can see the example here. Instead of just typing in a single line, we have broken this into multiple lines. It is very, very important for you to follow this. You can also enclose this in brackets, which will avoid these line breaks in between. That is another standard approach which we can follow when we chain multiple operations. Let me actually showcase so that it is clear for you. Here, I'm just enclosing this entire thing in brackets. I'll also format this so that it is readable. Let me remove line break here. Let me break this line and let me run this. You can see it have ran as per the expectations. Also, you need to ensure you will be able to debug without any issues. Probably you can actually add one step at a time to ensure you understand what is going on. So instead of just going with the complete logic, you can start with sales with commission and then say Toyota sales data of sales status double equal to completed. You can validate sales with commission with that intermediate results. Then you can add assign after ensuring the filtering is working as per the expectations. That is one best practice which you can follow while performing the chained operations when it comes to having multiple operations that needs to be implemented on a single data frame. Another best practice you need to follow is nothing but reusability. Make sure to use functions to encapsulate chained workflows for repeatability. Now let's talk about using chaining with multiple data frames. Here we have two datasets. One is Toyota sales data, second one is sales reps data. Using these two, we'll actually perform the merge operation. Then we'll actually apply query to filter the data. Then we'll assign commission earned so that it is clear about how we can deal with multiple operations by using chaining approach. So here I can say sales with commission equal to pd.merge sales reps data, Toyota sales data, then left on equal to rep ID. The primary key field in sales reps is nothing but rep ID. You can actually see here. The corresponding field in Toyota sales data is nothing but sale rep ID. So right on should be sale rep ID. Right on equal to sale rep ID. How equal to inner. Let's run this and make sure the join is happening as per the expectations or merge is happening as per the expectations. You can see it is working as per the expectations. Now we should be able to say dot query. In this case, I'm using query to filter the data. We can say sale underscore status double equal to completed. Then assign commission and equal to lambda x of sale amount multiplied by x of commission percentage. Also, let me apply round operation. Let me say round. I would like to round this off to 2 decimals. Let me say comma 2. Now let me run this. You can see it have errored out. It is saying value error. Expression must be a string to be evaluated. Class bool given. Now let me scroll up and let's review where it is going wrong. It is going wrong at dot query. There is syntax issue. We should not be having double quotes here. We need to fix this. But before fixing it, let me clean this up. Let me first validate this and then take it forward. You can see it is failing again. Now let's remove the double quotes here. here sales status is column name and completed is the literal using which we are comparing against the values in sales status. This is supposed to be in quotes. Let's make sure we put this in single quotes. Now let's run this. This time it ran without any issue. Let's validate. You can see the outcome. We are able to see 3543 rows where sales status is completed. Now let's paste whatever we have deleted here. We don't need line break. Let's make sure we run this. This time it ran successfully. Now let's run this to see the outcome. You can see there are 16 columns. You can scroll towards right and you should be able to see the values related to commission earned. This is how you should be able to perform chained operations using one piece of code rather than breaking into multiple pieces of code. That being said, chaining allows you to streamline multiple operations into one workflow. The assign method is useful for adding or modifying columns dynamically. Combining transformations with other operations like merge or query makes your workflow more efficient. That's it for this lecture on chaining transformations. In the next lecture, we'll delve into advanced chaining techniques where we'll explore grouping, aggregations, and more complex workflows. See you there.